She's so fine. Hell of a hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? This incident occurred on April the 15th, 2021. However, thanks to Marie722, I just heard about it. So I'm fortunate that I just heard about it, and I wanted to bring it to the channel, especially for those that have children. And you might have seen it on Facebook, but a lot of times I don't even fool with Facebook because I don't believe anything that's on there, unfortunately. Regardless, it's an article coming from Spotlight, wrote by Laura Shellcross, and it's coming out of Harris County, Texas. Angry mom tracks down man that tried to kidnap her daughter. It's horrible to think that there are predators out there waiting for the right moment to kidnap a child, but it is the reality we live in. Luckily, most children are well educated on the dangers of kidnappers and how to detect a suspicious situation. Oftentimes, kidnappers will try to lure children into their cars and will simply drive away if they're unsuccessful. They try to pose as nice guys offering a favor, but most kids can see past it. In West Houston, one mom was horrified to learn that her daughter was almost kidnapped in early April. 13-year-old Kadija Kwemah was walking home from Mayde Creek Junior High School when a white Dodge Ram pulled up alongside her and a man tried to convince her to get in. Now that's a picture of Kadija Kwemah. Speaking to Click 2 Houston, Mom Fatima recalled the moment her daughter told her what had happened. Quote, she's crying. She says, this guy just tried to pick me up. He asked me if I wanted a ride and he told me to get into his car, end quote. The attempted kidnapping happened on April the 15th. Thankfully, Kadija escaped the situation unharmed. Describing what happened when the vehicle pulled up, Kadija said, quote, he kind of blocked my path, and kept asking me more questions. I told him my age to see if he would leave me alone, but he just kept following me, end quote. Immediately after the incident, Kadija called her mom, who rushed to pick her up. Once Kadija was safely in her car, Fatima called the police. She could have left right then, but Fatima was determined not to let the Dodge driver get away with it. Now that's a picture of Fatima, Kadija Kwemah's mom. So she followed him in her car while broadcasting the entire incident on Facebook Live in case anything happened. In the video, Fatima can be heard saying, quote, Facebook, I'm following this guy who tried to kidnap my daughter. The police are on their way and you will not get away with this. You in trouble now, sucker, end quote. And that's a picture from that Facebook Live where she is following him, directly behind him. Fatima trailed the car for 15 minutes until Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived. In the live stream, Fatima says, quote, one more bad guy off the street. I made sure of that tonight, end quote. There's another picture from that Facebook Live. Frustratingly, though, the man wasn't off the street for long. Despite being detained by deputies, he was quickly released, apparently because he didn't use physical force or enforceable language. For Fatima, something doesn't make sense about this decision. She pointed out, quote, force meant that he would have succeeded. And if he would have succeeded, I may not have seen my child again. This is just this incident. What about the next one or the one before that you don't even know, end quote. Since the incident, Fatima no longer lets her daughter go home alone from school, and parents in the local area received a letter telling them to watch out for the man in a white Dodge Ram. It's unbelievable that somebody could get away with this when his intentions were clearly quite dangerous. The man in the Dodge Ram apparently told the police he was simply offering Kadija a ride home, but a grown man would hardly decide to drive a 13-year-old girl home with no ulterior motives. You can watch a video interview with Fatima and her daughter below, and I am about to kick to that video so that you can watch it. It's a video from Click 2.
Now it's 6 o'clock, a mother's rage in real time, her fury on full display on Facebook Live.
This guy car in front of me just tried to kidnap my daughter. You're not gonna get away with this.
It's a story you will see only on 2 tonight. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Gutierrez.
And I'm Christine Noel. Dominique has the evening off. That mother called police, hopped in her car, and then tracked that truck for nearly 15 minutes.
KPRC2's Courtney Zabowski is live now with the video and an interview with the woman who was behind the wheel. Courtney?
Chris and Christine, some scary moments here on Morton Road. A 13-year-old said she was just moments away from being kidnapped, and when her mom found out, she went into crime-fighting mode.
Facebook, I'm following this guy who just tried to kidnap my daughter.
She's a mother on a mission
The police are on the way.
to chase down the man who she says tried to kidnap her daughter, and she broadcasted it all on Facebook Live.
One less bad guy off the street.
That voice belongs to Fatima Bangura.
Mothers are fearless, and we could do anything.
It was 2 weeks ago on April 15th after school. Bangura's 13-year-old daughter was walking home from Mayde Creek Junior High along Morton Road off Greenhouse.
And she's crying. She said, this guy just tried to pick me up. He asked me if I wanted a ride and told me to get in his car.
Kadija picks it up from there.
He kind of blocked me, blocked my path.
The 7th grader says the man asked her a series of questions before she quickly called her mom.
He started following me, kept asking me for my name. I ignored him, and he's like, hey, how old are you? What's your name?
Bangura remembers rushing out of the house to pick up her daughter, jumping into the car, and together they followed the man for 15 minutes.
We're in trouble now, sucker.
The whole time in touch with police.
Now there's a police in between us.
Police caught up with the driver at Greenhouse and Cypress Creek. A spokesperson with the Harris County Sheriff's Office says deputies didn't arrest him because he didn't use physical force or forcible language.
What about the next one or the one before that? You don't even know.
But what she does know is he didn't take her daughter, and investigators now have this man on their radar.
And not this mother bear, not this one.
And deputies said that the man told them he was just trying to offer her a ride because he was not charged with a crime. We are not releasing his name. Mayde Creek Junior High did send a notice to parents to watch out for a white Dodge Ram. We're live in West Harris County. Courtney Zabowski, KPRC 2 News.
So there you have it. I'm with the mama, though. I think something should have been done, because him being just on somebody's radar, what good is that doing? You got to wait now for him to do it to somebody else? It's very obvious that he's showing tendencies that he has something going on, because there isn't a grown man walking that's going to stop and try to pick up a little 13-year-old girl in this day and time that doesn't have something else on his mind. So, but also, I want to note that this is coming out of Harris County, Texas, and I just did a story on Harris County, Texas, where we have a deputy, a constable, a dispatcher who were sexually abusing children, plural. So it's kind of scary. Harris County, Texas is not somewhere that I would want to be and have someone in law enforcement sitting there waiting for this man to do this again. And like she said, how do they know that he hasn't already done this before? So yeah, it's scary. It's a scary situation. So parents, please watch your children. She is lucky that her child didn't get taken, because chances are she would have never seen her again. So this is a big deal. And I would be raising 20 kinds of hell at that police station that they didn't do any more than they did. I would want to be checking all into this man's background. So I guess I just see it differently. I don't know. I'm going to end the story on that note, though. Thanks for watching, guys.